So I think everybody is here that RSVP, so that's great. I think, a couple people might trickle in, but I'll just admit them as we go. Sorry that it's a little dark. I have my ring light over here and only one little lamp in my office right now. We're working on lighting in this room. But anyway, I am here to talk with everybody about, just if you're an agent already, I would love to hear what's working in your business, what's not working in your business, kind of work through some pain points. If you're brand new to real estate, welcome. And I want to know what your thoughts are after the class to see if this is something that would interest you as a business. And if you're a brand new agent that has their license and you're just starting out, I want to know from this class what you take out of it and what you would like to learn more of off of the topics. So, with that being said, who in this class is, like one of those three things? So, what are you? And you can unmute yourself or just put it in the chat. Just let me know where you're at. Where are we starting with, for each person in the group?
Like a year and a half.
Okay.
So
And are you an agent with Vera Cohen Realty?
yeah, no, I work with Ericon.
Okay, awesome. Very cool. I just started with Vera Cohen last week.
Yes, I saw the announcement. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
nice to meet you.
awesome. It's nice to meet you. Um, does anybody else want to chime in here? If not, that's totally fine as well. We've got a chat. Kara's brand new. Kara is a very old friend of mine, so I'm very happy that you're here. And I don't have any other messages, and that's totally fine. So, who am I? I am thrilled to introduce myself in this Selling Sense series class. I have 3 years of licensed experience under my belt. I have had the privilege of studying under several esteemed brokers and gaining invaluable insights into the dynamic world of real estate. Throughout my career, I've had the pleasure of working closely with numerous buyers and sellers, helping them navigate the complexities of real estate transactions and confidence with ease. My specialties lie in assisting first-time homebuyers as they embark on one of life's most significant journeys, and as well as handling listings for vacant land and sought-after lakefront properties. I actually grew up on a lake myself, so I bring a lot of value to those types of properties. I'm passionate about real estate, not just as a profession, but also as a means to enrich lives and communities. A lot of the things that I love to touch on is with an open house, I don't want to just touch the lives of the people that I'm selling the house and the people around their house, but I want to make an impact in that community and beyond that neighborhood. So I typically will do like a canned food drive or coat drive in the wintertime. I try to like really engage the community on a much deeper and bigger level. My hope is that through this class, we are going to use this time each week to help us keep each other accountable to our business goals. I look forward to sharing my experiences, learning from each of you, and collectively expanding our knowledge to thrive in this competitive industry. So, a little bit of an overview. I kind of put this out on social media, so I don't really want to stay too long on this slide just because it's about what we're talking about right now. But it's just wherever you're at. This is a good class for anybody, and we're going to kind of cater it to whoever is going to be with us each week. So, topics that we're going to cover, we're going to cover goals, and then I'm going to go specifically into those goals to break it down for each and every person of what I mean by each of the goals that I talk about. And then I'm going to have some closing remarks of questions so that I can engage with you guys. If you have questions throughout the entire presentation, please don't hesitate to put it in the chat or, raise your hand and I'll have you unmute yourself. But I think the most important thing to understand with this type of flow of the class is that the goals that I talk about, I really want to stress that I've put them in order for a reason, because I feel like the impact that it makes within your business plan and what you're doing from day to day, it matters if you start with one and then once you've mastered number one, you go to number two and so on and so forth. So just keep that in mind as we go on. I also put in the documents all of this information in bullet point form broken down into the sections in a Word document, a Google Doc. Okay, and that's going to be within this class. So here we go. So our goals, there's 7 goals. I like the number 7. It's lucky. We're gonna go with 7. Our beginnings and growth. First thing you're ever gonna do when you are working on figuring out what you have to do every day is you're gonna upload your sphere of influence into your CRM and you're gonna tag people based on how well you know them. Example A, so your A buyers and sellers, they're gonna be your referral partners. If you call them up, they are somebody that you know without a shadow of a doubt, they are going to refer you as a real estate agent. People that you tag as a B buyer or seller or a B client is going to be a lukewarm person that you need to nurture. They're somebody that they know about you. They're a family member that, you know, you're not really sure, like you're not super, super close, a friend that's super, like not super close to you, but like you want to try to see where that relationship goes. And it's kind of on the back burner of, you know, making a touch to them throughout your every quarter. And then C is a cold lead. It's somebody that you know saw something on Facebook and clicked on an ad and you know it came through your leads that are generated through your database and or they clicked on your website or they clicked on this or whatever, and it might even be like a Zillow lead or it might be somebody that you just met someplace and you forget how you know them but they're in your database. That's the person that you're going to tag as a C cold lead. And then you have to make sure that you have a minimum of 100 to 150 A contacts, and that's like non-negotiable. For newer people, I do realize that, you know, I mean, my spouse even said like 100 people. I don't even think I know 100 people. That's where you start then. You go out, you network, you make sure that you know 100 people. Plus, I feel like everybody's got social media. So, you know, go through your social media contacts list and your friends on social media and see who you know that, you know, if you called them up, you could absolutely ask for a referral. So, and we can also have a separate class if this is like a pain point for people that is about how to find contacts. So, number 2 is after you've gotten together all of your A contacts that you can sort out from the rest of your database, you're going to set up a plan to call those A clients quarterly. So when you have a specific set amount of those clients, it's a lot easier to break it down so that when you call them, you are, you know that you've called them at the beginning of the first quarter. Then you can call them again and make another touch at the second quarter, the third quarter, and so on. So then number 3, you have to know what your A clients' major dates are. That's birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, you know, when they purchase their home, if they're a past client of yours, if you've been in the business for a little bit. And you want to send them a personal touch of your choice on those dates, on or around those dates. Number 4, you're going to send an automated item of value to your clients monthly. Somehow connect with other local businesses in your area for this for free. And I will get into that in the specifications. So, but basically all I mean by that is that it's automated. It's going to happen every month, whether you've done it or not. It's just on a loop. It's going to happen every month. Number 5, posting on personal social media at least twice a day. Social media is not going anywhere, and we are in a very digital age. And if we do not curate a social presence, people do not know that we exist. I've been in the business for 3 years, and Vera is teaching me a ton about social media presence and what it means to be interactive with your audience, not just posting stuff, but actually interacting with your audience at least twice a day. And like I said, I've been in for 3 years, and I called when I was doing my, you know, tagged A buyers call through as I was doing it. When I called a couple of people, 3 people asked me, "Oh, you're still doing real estate?" And that gutted me. It's like, okay, this is where I need to go, is I need to make sure that I know that I'm touching my audience at least twice a day on social media so that they know, they think of Samara, she's in real estate. So after that, number 6, optional pop-by item of value. I put that as optional because not every single person is going to want to physically go to people's houses every once in a while. I think once you have the business to sustain past clients, and you have people that you can think of off the top of your head from that list of past clients. Those are the people that I really focus on for Popeyes. And like I said, we'll get into the specifics of that as well, to give you guys some ideas of what to do for that if that's something that you want to pursue. And then number 7 is client appreciation events. So as I go through the specifications of these in the next few slides, you're going to understand why client appreciation events are, the last goal. Okay, let's get into it. So first goal, who are your A clients? These people are, I think in previous brokerages that I've been a part of, they've said, oh, it's your friends, family, church people. If you go to church, your community, parents of children in your school, if you have kids, it's anybody that's in your social circle, right? But what I've learned through Vera's help and mentorship is that sometimes your friends are not going to be the ones to buy with you. I think a great example of this is actually Kara and I are great friends. We're super close. Like you would think that, I mean, we're always together, I feel like at this point. And, our kids hang out all the time, but Kara did not buy a house with me. So it's not nothing personal, but just everybody knows a realtor, So it's like your friends are not actually always going to be the people that you work with and that you do business with, right? It's going to be the people who know, like, and trust you and are seeing you as the real estate expert and the people that you touch with real estate knowledge. So who is that? It's going to be your community members who are comfortable giving referrals. That's going to be insurance agents, lenders, receptionists. That's huge. That could be receptionists at different organizations and businesses, because they're the ones that are in front of people. They're touching every single person that comes through that business, through those doors. Attorneys. And then we get into close friends, past clients, etc. So really honing in on those types of people, though, that are in the, again, graded from most important to less important, but still important, just going through that list and thinking, well, who do I know that has a business, wants to do business to business with other people that would be comfortable giving those referrals? Next, specific thing that I want to go through is, how do you ensure that the clients are going to answer your message or your call? Always make sure that the client feels heard. Bring value to every conversation you have when they answer. Listen more than you speak. Don't immediately bring up real estate and have a reason for calling. The reason for calling could be because you checked social media to bring up a relevant thing that's happening in their life. Let's say you go on social media, you check just really quick. It takes 2 seconds just to look at their page. No, it is not stalking because they made it public and you're their friend. Hey, their kid just graduated. My kid just graduated from preschool. If somebody sent me, called me up and was like, hey, oh my gosh, please tell Greg congratulations. That's so amazing that she just graduated. What a milestone. Like, I want to talk to that person. They're not trying to sell me something. They're just asking me and congratulating me on a milestone that my daughter just had. Talk about relevant things and then build relationships. Don't force the conversation. An exercise that I love that I really wanted to bring into this call today is, if I called one of you, so Mark, you've had your mic off a couple of times, so can I call you out a little bit? Can we do a little bit of role play here for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, awesome. So Mark,
I can totally relate. Getting people into their first time homes is definitely a true experience. You definitely see a lot of good things happen when you deal with first time home buyers.
oh man, I just actually had this this little girl I was helping get them closed just a few weeks ago, and she was in tears, because I was able to help her get her own room for the first time, and it was beautiful.
That's actually really touching. That's a good experience to get to see something like that.
Absolutely.
So
So and role play, but thank you so much for
yeah.
participating. But so when you're talking to people and you're asking them normal questions that are not leading with, hey, do you know anyone who wants to buy and sell their house? And that's the only thing that you ask.
You can't be salesy. You have to be right, friendly off the bat.
You really do.
It's more genuine. It's the word I'm looking for. Genuine interactions and relationships you're going for than just like a sales call.
Exactly. And that's, I think, what I'm all about. I know for a fact that Vera is also all about that because she truly does care. And our brokerage, just everything that I've seen of the people there, they really do care about the person, not just the transaction. So thank
Yeah,
you.
Vera is definitely super friendly with everything. So she's all about that.
Absolutely. So I think that is like a good way to wrap up this part of the specification slide, but just ensure that your clients know that when you call, you have a reason for calling and it's not just about real estate, and let them know that you care. So moving on. Next thing is brainstorm ideas for major holidays and event touches. Touches are just anything that you're giving to a client or you're talking to a client about, that could be a personal handwritten notes. I put that one on the top because that is actually my favorite form of communication with my clients. I love to send them a note. I know there's a couple of programs that you can use that actually send cute pictures and decals and things like that with your handwritten notes. And I think that it's really just such a personal thing when a client gets a written message from you in the mail because they're 9 times out of 10 likely to not throw it away. So you want something that is going to last in their home that's not just going to be thrown away. Voice messages are also really good because it's way more personal. You took the time to do it. It's not just, a text. Phone calls, like we've been saying, those are more personal. Created graphic for text. We put in a sample of just something that says, it's obviously not like a super personal thing because that's more of like a what's your home worth kind of a graphic that we have there. But if you have a marketing team that can make a beautiful graphic that's like happy anniversary, this was your home a year ago, I wonder what it looks like now, like just something personal that they're not expecting is really, really special. The next thing that we're going to talk about is brainstorming ideas for automated monthly value. So my favorite one of these to do is a newsletter. I'll tell you why. So when you do a newsletter, you can connect with local businesses for free. That's very important to get their name out there as well. So what I like to do when I do my newsletter is I will put something that's relevant to the month. So March Madness would be, March would be March Madness, like basketball. It's like that type of a season. And, you can talk about local schools, like who's in the running for the best school district basketball team, like stuff like that. And then you get the community involved because if that person lives in April Park, my alma mater, or, Columbia or wherever, they're like really excited to read that newsletter because it has something that matters to them. Then there's also, you can put little excerpts of a home that you just listed or a home that somebody on your team listed. You can talk about like events going on that month that you know about in the area, so that people have that and they want to put it on their fridge and they want to say like, oh, remember there's this thing and this thing going on, or we could do date night for this if they have a spouse, or oh my gosh, this would be so good for the kids. Then you can also, like I said, connect with those businesses and have them be a sponsored business that's from the local community. So that gets them exposure. And then people are talking about, wow, she's so connected. There's a different business every single month. And I want to know who she's highlighted, So it just creates intrigue, it creates curiosity. And yes, although we are putting certain little like nuggets of things about real estate within that newsletter, and you are a real estate agent, it's not so pressurized that they're like, oh, she's just trying to send us something else that has to do with real estate. No, it's something of value. So, and if they're getting it every single month, then that's just another way that they're thinking of you and relating it and equating it back to real estate. Okay, so now we are down to, well, we're up to, I should say, staying active on personal social media. I don't know anybody personally who goes to my business page when they want to know what I'm up to. They are most of the time going to my personal page, not my business page. So to it's really important to stay very relevant on social media. How we're going to do this is we're going to share graphics and posts from our business accounts. You can, don't throw your business account out completely, but you're going to share the posts that you do on your business page or your brokerage page onto your personal page so that people can see what's going on in your business and your personal life. You're going to stay relevant to your audience. You're going to create opportunities for your audience to interact with you daily, at least twice. Then you're going to utilize your marketing team to help you help you create engaging videos and posts. So what we've done here is we've used some of Vera's posts and snapshots from her personal social media. And basically, the one that I want to highlight is, I don't know if I can zoom. Nope, I can't. But the one where she's got the red dress and the red car. She was asking her group what people thought of her dresses and how she could, which dress she was going to wear that night for her event. She got, I don't know if everybody can see this on their screen, but she got 89 people plus to like it, 39 comments, 1 share, and that's just so much engagement, and it's not about real estate, but she knows that her audience, to stay relevant, loves fashion and cars. So that was 2 things that her audience was super happy to interact with. And oh, by the way, what do we all do when we go to somebody's page? We scroll. There's definitely real estate stuff on her page. So that's how people knew, okay, she's still relevant. She's still doing real estate. So moving on, we've got seasonal items of value to drop off. This is that optional pop by type situation where, for me personally, Memorial Day just came up. I was trying to do relevant dates to the situation, right? We've got, for Memorial Day, little ketchup and mustard bottles for the people's barbecues. If you just stop by and say, hey, if it's a past client of mine, I would say, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. You got that grill. That's so great. I just wanted to drop this off really, really quick. Just say hi. Just make sure that you knew I still existed. And here's some ketchup and mustard for your barbecue this weekend. 4th of July, sparklers for the holiday. Back to school, you could do branded hand sanitizer, small package of tissues that's branded, pencil case. That way, every time that kid is walking in and using their pencils from their little pencil case, I always had one. It always had to be pink. I can have a little Vera Cohen branded thing on there and give it to the kids, and just, that way the teachers see it and it's cute. Halloween. I've personally done branded chocolate bars in the past when I've gone out for trick-or-treating with my kids, or wearing a little pin to give to anybody to wear on the holiday, or tote bags for trick-or-treating. Like, there's lots of cool ideas, but those are just little, like, personal things as you grow in your business that you can do that's a nice thing for your clients. The last thing, and this is why this is the last point here, is you're going to connect with your clients through annual events. You're going to call all the people that you have sponsored for free throughout the year in your monthly item of value, that newsletter, or a call, like the calls that you've made or whatever, and you are going to ask them to sponsor your event. More than likely, they're going to be happy to help you sponsor that event because you've done things for them throughout the year to help people keep them relevant as well. I had a great friend who recently had her first annual event for her clients that are her A clients. And every single sponsor that she did through a newsletter, put them in there and sponsored them through a newsletter, they all helped her do a phenomenal golfing tournament. And she didn't have to pay a single thing. it was amazing and such a comeback story from where she was at a few years ago. But that's what I would hope for anybody running a business, is that you're doing business to business so well that people want to help you out and want you to succeed as well and have fun events like that. You're going to create a sense of community when you bring your A clients together, because all those people are going to be like, oh my gosh, you sold, you sold the house of Samara too. Oh my gosh, you did this with her. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Like, and they'll talk about their stories, and you're just making sure that when people are coming together, they know that community and, bringing people together is at the heart of your business. It's not just about selling houses. Last point I have is maximizing your effectiveness without spending more than you need on the event. Just maximize it. So here's my closing remarks. We're just over 7:30, so I want to make sure that we, wrap this up now. But and if we don't answer all of these questions, that's totally fine. But just some things to think about. What does your brokerage provide that would help you execute a client-focused business plan like this one? What is stopping you from starting today? How could this plan be changed at all to make you feel the most confident that you would start gaining new, repeat, and ultimately referral business today? Let us know if you have any other questions or if we can help further.